மாட்டேங்குது. அது லேப்டாப்ல இல்லையா, ஒன்லி மொபைல் டிவைசஸ்ல ஒர்க் ஆகுமா.
மறுபடியும் அன்னைக்கு லேப்டாப்ல ஒர்க் ஆச்சுன்னு சொன்ன.
தெரியல. கோ லைவ் டுகெதர் இஸ் கரண்ட்லி ஒன்லி அவைலபிள் இன் மொபைல் டிவைசஸ் அப்படிதான் சொல்லுது. டு அக்செப்ட் அன் இன்வைட் டு ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஓப்பன் த யூடியூப் ஆப் ஆன் யோர் ஃபோன் ஒரு டேப்லெட். அப்போ அன்னைக்கும் ஃபோனில் தான் பேசியிருப்பேன் நான்.
ஓ, லேப்டாப்ல ஒர்க் ஆகல.
ம்
ஓகே.
அப்புறம்
இவனுங்க என்ன புண்ணாக்கு எதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரிலாம் ரூல்ஸ் வைக்கிறானுங்களே தெரியல, எனக்கு புரிய மாட்டுது. போன டேப்லெட் தான் அன்சேஃப்.
சரி, நீ வந்து ஒரு யூடியூப் அம்சம்ல இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்பெயின் சிண்டி அவங்க அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு அதில்
ஆமா,
அவங்க லைவ்ல வந்தாங்களா?
அவங்க வர்றதை வந்து நீ பார்க்க முடியாது. அவங்க வந்து சைல்டு ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் வச்சிருக்காங்க.
ஓகே.
மத்தவங்களுக்கு அவங்களோட இமேஜஸ் வந்து போகாது. அவங்க
ஓ
அம்மா மகள் வர்றாங்க. சிண்டி வந்து லைவ்ல வரல. அவங்க
ஓகே.
ஸ்பெயின். அவங்க வரல. நவராவும் அவங்க அம்மாவும் வந்தாங்க. பட் தே ஆர் நாட் விசிபிள் டு அதர்ஸ். அது என்ன, இது பிரைவேட் சாட், பிரைவேட் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, என்ட்ரி அவங்களுக்கு.
ஓகே 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 ஓகே.
நைட்டு தான் பிரபா கிட்ட பேசிட்டு இருந்தேன். அவங்க டாக்டரை வந்து இது பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கான். அது சொன்னேன்,
ஓகே.
நானும் வர லைவ்ல, என்னையும் லைவ்ல சேர்த்துங்க. முதல்ல எனக்கு ஒரு யூடியூப் சேனல் ஓபன் பண்ணி கொடுங்க. சண்டை போட்டுட்டு இருக்கலாம். அதனால நான் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு என்ன டெடிகேஷன்னா, நான் நாளைக்கு கேட்டு சொல்றேன், அவங்களுக்கு கேட்டு சொல்றேன் நான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். ஆனா ஐரணி என்ன, இப்ப நானே ஆக்சுவலா அவங்களை கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ண முடியாது. தே ஹேவ் டு கம் பை themselves. So
அது இருக்கு.
there is no way that I can go and அவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைபரா இருந்தாலும் கூட அவங்க பிரைவேட் சப்ஸ்கிரைபர். அந்த சைல்ட் ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் இருக்கு இல்லையா. ஸோ
ஓகே.
பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் சைல்ட் ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் ப்ரோட்டோகாலோட விளைவு என்ன அப்படின்னா, I cannot go and solicit that child. So
நோ தட் இஸ்
they have to come on their own அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அதோட நல்ல இதுதான். வித் பேரண்டல் கைடன்ஸோட தான் நீ அதை ஓப்பனே பண்ண முடியும். பேரண்ட் ஹேஸ் டு
நல்ல
பி
விஷயம் தான்.
below
நல்ல
13.
விஷயம் தான்.
Below 13 parent has to be there. The parent has to, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஓடிபி போகுது. இந்த நம்ம நார்மல் ஜிபே இதெல்லாம் போகுது இல்லையா,
ஆமா.
அந்த மாதிரி செக்யூர்டு லாகின். ஸோ they have a multiple methods or multiple steps before they actually can log in and monitoring. நீ கிரீன் ஸ்கிரீன் பண்ணிட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். கிளிக் சம்திங் ஆர் கிரீன் ஸ்கிரீன். இட்ஸ் ஓகே, நத்திங் ராங் வித் கிரீன் ஸ்கிரீன். பேக்ரவுண்ட் தெரியாம ஜஸ்ட் ஃபேஸ் மட்டும் தெரியுற மாதிரி ஒரு அட்டாச்மெண்ட் அது. I don't think that's anything wrong. We have 11 people watching us both right now at this moment. Early in morning, 4:30.
4:30 மணிக்கு நமக்கு தான் வேலை வெட்டி இல்லைன்னா 11 பேர் சேர்ந்து பார்க்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா
நம்ம சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் கூட்டமும் வேலை வெட்டி இல்லாத கூட்டம்னு சொல்ல வரியா நீனு? Actually, probably not all of them are subscribers.
நம்ம பேசுறது கேட்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா யோசிக்க வேண்டிய விஷயம்தான்.
We have to be cautious.
இப்ப அது 7 பேர் போயிட்டாங்க, அது பரவாயில்ல. சரி, எதை பத்தி பேசுறது?
இன்னைக்கு நைட் 11 o'clock வராப்ல பிரபா லைவ்க்கு.
ஓகே.
So you can also join at the time if you are okay with it.
எனக்கு ஒரு கால் பண்ணு, நான் தூங்காம இருந்தேன்னா நான் வரேன்.
இந்தியா டைம் 11 IST. இது காலைல எதுக்கு? மைண்ட்ல ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ரிமைண்டர் மைண்ட்ல போட்டுக்க, போன்ல எல்லாம் போட்டுக்க. I'll call
அதெல்லாம்
you
அப்போ
before that. I'll call you
ஞாபகம்
at 10,
இருக்குமா
I'll call
படிச்சது?
you at 10:15, 10:30 if you want me to do that. That's not a problem. Hmm?
ம். ஓகே. சரி. அது கண்டிப்பா பண்ணலாம். ஒண்ணும் பிரச்சனை இல்ல. சரி.
Okay.
என்ன பேசுவோம்? ம்.
Huh?
என்ன பேசுறது இன்னைக்கு? ம்.
Somebody has sent some message. Let's see. Pakistan update cricket. Pakistan Zindabad. And then Pakistan flag. Guys.
நல்ல விஷயம் தான்.
Sorry, but we are a couple of Indians, but we are the most unbiased, un. எப்படி சொல்றது?
இப்ப என்ன நம்மளும் பாகிஸ்தான் ஜிந்தாபாத் சொல்லிட வேண்டியதுதான். வேற என்ன?
Hmm?
எந்த ஊர்ல இருந்து பாக்குறாங்கன்னு தெரியலையே. பாகிஸ்தான் அப்டேட் கிரிக்கெட்.
We have no way to guess
ம்.
that. No way to. You have to switch on if we are actually if that guy is somebody really from Pakistan. We have to switch on to English because
ம்.
probably I don't think any
சரி.
Indian would be watching live at this hour, right?
ம்.
So let's go over into English. Okay, if
Yeah,
somebody
yeah, yeah.
wishes us to get back to Tamil, then we'll go. Unless we get the Tamil message on our, you are able to see the live feed, right? Live chat, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I can see. I can
unless
see.
somebody comes and demands, uh, why,
Uh,
why, why are you two going into colonial language? Come back to, come back to your mother tongue. Let someone pull us down from our English skies. Okay.
all Tamil peoples are sleeping now, so they don't.
Most
They don't.
probably. So
Uh,
even the ones who are interested in pornography, even the ones who are doing pornography, all those girls and guys, all of them
hey,
are.
if they're watching, they watch. If they're watching pornography, they're watching in Tamil program pornography only. So don't worry about it.
No, technically they might think we are Tamils, right? Looking at our faces, nobody's going to think we are. Maybe when they listen to us, they might think these guys are aliens. They don't. So the same guy has updated Palestine,
Pakistan,
Zindabad,
Pala,
China, Zindabad,
Zindabad,
Bangladesh,
China,
Zindabad, Allah,
Bangladesh,
Allahu Akbar.
Zindabad,
Yeah, yeah,
Allahu
that's
Akbar.
good.
Okay.
Seems to be a very wide guy with wide sympathies. Hmm? Whole world Zindabad, humanity Zindabad. Hmm? That's what we have
Hey,
to do.
mm,
Ukraine
mm.
Zindabad, Palestine Zindabad, eh? And African, all these guys who are at war, Sudan,
The
Congo.
only thing that I don't see there is,
Eh?
I think, yeah, let me say it for him. We might get into trouble if you post this out. But the only thing that I don't see here is India Murdabad. But that's what it actually means. Everything else is there.
No, probably this might be some Indian trying to bait us into into anti-nationalism. They might have seen us as these two guys. I saw these guys earlier. Eh? Let us just bait them and put them in the dark. Eh? Probably some ultra-nationalist trying to get us behind the back, my lord.
This is this is funny actually. Yeah,
Eh?
yeah, this is very funny. So good luck to the person who posted the comment.
Eh?
Good luck to the person who
That's
posted the
why
comment.
has to start it in this way. Actually, this is quite interesting, right? Why don't we just get our viewers or participants or whoever to drive the conversation, right? Eh? Rather than we deciding upon going in the direction that we choose. um, that's what I try to do most of the times. I just
Mm,
say, please ask a question, even if it is a silly, dumb question. I appreciate the most dumb questions. Have you seen me put up those titles? Hmm?
mm,
Once
mm.
once in a while, whenever I come live. Huh?
Yeah. No, but there are only two people, so I don't know whatever what topic
Whoever,
they want.
whatever, Pakistani, Indian, Chinese, Malay, African, everybody, whoever that is, whoever the two people, the sleepless rookies who are watching us both. The guy says,
So this guy
India
says
takes
Karthik,
yes,
say ho.
yes, yes. We are from the great India. Hmm. We
I
are
don't know
the
about the
we are
great
the most Catholic
India,
of two Indians possible, I believe. Right? Eh?
but I'm like
We
curious. Why is this person actually logged on to this
okay.
live feed? And
Yeah, no, we have to let us first of all say out front. We are from India, but we feel all our Pakistanis are brothers. That's point number one, right? Not just Pakistanis, Arabs, Africans, South Americans, Eskimos, whatever people are there, everybody is our brother, right? Eh? Brothers and sisters.
yeah, look,
Yeah. So
what
we're
is the
all
point?
from.
Whether
Huh?
we consider them brothers or no, it doesn't really matter. Or as long as like we try and live, you know, with what is the word? Coexistence, right? We have to live peacefully.
We
Whether we
have to
consider them
be.
brothers or no, that is rhetoric.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
only
you
thing
just live
we
peacefully.
don't want
That's
wars,
it.
but fortunately, our both Indian government and Pakistani government also, both of them have decided that they also don't want war. So that's a very good thing that we have right now. Uh, Although Arnab
Yeah.
Goswami and equivalents from and similar equivalents from Pakistan, both of them, there might be lot of Arnab Goswamis in both the nations who want war, but there are a lot of other people also who don't want war, who want brothers to live as brotherhood in solidarity, in good faith. Mm.
Yeah, I think everybody wants money, right? So whether it comes through an IMF grant or through
No,
business or yeah,
Arnab is getting his money, man. He's getting a lot
yeah,
of it.
yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
everybody wants the money,
Actually,
right? So
ac-
it's
ac-
business.
actually, if you or me want money, also we should imitate Arnab. There is no other go. We imitate Arnab, overnight you will become you'll become a sensational heroes, and we'll be like minting money like anything. So, buddy, shall we do that? Why don't we become supernatural? Eh?
That'll be funny. It will be funny. But I think war is business, right? War is business. People, with war, there are a lot of people who make money, right? Particularly in today's context.
No,
You don't even
we
need
cannot
war.
always.
You
No,
just
we
have
cannot
to keep
always.
people in the edge by
No,
saying, okay,
I,
there is a war or something like that.
actually, I don't think war is business. War actually destroys the economic ties between people. It destroys the economic fabric of a society throughout.
That is true.
But
That
so
is
it's
true.
not basically
It
actually
destroys
war.
it,
War
it
might help a
destroys.
few people, but it puts a lot of people in difficulty. So
Yeah,
nobody actually. Personally, to me, that is actually a negative thing. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people are not going to help Palestinians. That's one of the reasons why Europe is not going to help Ukrainians. So in the war between Russia and Ukraine, actually it's not between Russia and Ukraine, between Putin and Ukraine. Okay, let's say it that way. I I'm on the side of Ukraine. Okay, I can in no way, despite my appreciation for all that Russia stood for throughout history. That although I'm a diehard fan of Dostoevsky and Tolstoy, Turgenev, Chekhov, everybody, I I don't think Putin's Russia belongs to that. it
Yeah,
has any remote.
Dostoevsky and Tolstoy will disown Russia. Okay, they would have
Exactly.
disowned it
That's the different Russia that
very
I.
clearly.
Eh?
Dostoevsky and Tolstoy would have disowned Russia very, very clearly. They would have left the country if they were have to live there.
Mhm.
Their conscious conscience would not have let them live
Mhm.
there for even a minute if they were alive.
Yeah,
Fortunately, they're
no
gone,
problem.
and
I really
so
don't know about Dostoevsky. He might have said it is a very testing time, but this is the right time to be in Russia. Let's go and do something against this guy, kind of thing. Probably he might have done something like Navalny, and he might have ended up at Siberia or whatever. I believe it could have been Tolstoy who might have just went out of Russia,
uh,
right?
second, not a second,
Yeah. Huh?
not for a second.
Uh, Probably he would have just gone out of Russia. I don't know. I think probably there are a lot of Tolstoys and Dostoevskys who were born in the current generation also who have probably left Russia. That's why we don't have any of that Russian literature right now. Uh,
Yeah, it's after since the almost like post the 1919
I
revolution,
think
right? I think it's after
sorry for interrupting you.
Lenin and Stalin.
Buddy, sorry to interrupt you. I think our Pakistani got bored. He wanted probably Arnab Goswami on the show.
When
He
we can only
wanted,
speak what we
he
can.
wanted to tease us into a long argument. These guys are pushing us. We are sitting there, not at all taking the bait, right? Boring thing. Let's keep pushing, go. Search for some greener pasture.
No, someone's come back, so you don't know if that's the same person. So
Right.
um, yeah, but anyway, we're going to speak what we're going to speak, right? So that's all.
No, no, that's true. That's true. We have to keep on. Hey, keeping an eye on people who are watching who will get stuck on the post. Right? Early morning, at least for India, it's early morning. Mm.
Yeah.
Actually, sir, with your phone, I'm getting a feedback. It happened the other day also. Are you getting the
Hmm?
same? Are you able to see that?
Mm, No, I don't have any issues. I can
Oh,
probably
okay.
hear you have maybe having some issues when you speak, but yeah, my
I'm getting a feedback probably on phone. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, you do have echo. I don't have that.
okay. No, when I speak, it's not happening.
Yeah, so when you're speaking also, no, your voice is like I can understand what you're saying, but it comes with a bit of an echo.
Just give me a moment. I'll switch off the mic for a minute and then I'll be switching off the mic. Okay, when I switch off the mic, why don't you speak extempore for a few minutes, couple of minutes, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, anywhere, okay, for however long. Please do speak extempore and I'll switch off my mic for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, buddy, I wanted you to speak extempore for first. I didn't ask you to sit
Oh,
and
you wanted me to speak for you wanted me to speak for a couple of minutes. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I think yeah, generally reflecting like what's going on in India, right? I think my opinion on all of the stuff that's going on is like people are not asking the right questions. They're just getting uh, diverted all the time. Every day there is a new diversion that comes up, and people just get emotional with some of these diversions that always happen instead of asking the fundamental questions, right? Hey, what is the real intention of anything, right? So just going back to the war situation, right? I think it is all manipulated, stage managed. Nobody is asking the right questions, and we don't get answers also. People, just in the name of nationalism and pride and all of that stuff, just get into the mm, muddle and yeah, like I mentioned Chomsky, right? So there was a quote that I read a couple of days ago. He said, like, the vast majority of people don't know what is happening, and the fact is that they also don't know that they don't know. So that is basically what is the situation around the world. And I think, if you're all sort of very myopic and keep our
Okay, let let let
point of
let
view.
me come and I'll interject for a moment. Does that not look like some kind of intellectual superciliousness? Okay, where he comes and decides lot of other people who are active, who are doing things on that initiative, whatever, good, bad, ugly. There's something. Let's not judge for a moment. But there are a lot of people who are thinking that they are doing something right. Whether we or anybody else or others think right or wrong is not that's the point. Okay. But is it not supercilious for somebody, for an intellectual or philosopher or whatever, or even for Chomsky to
There's a
decide
lot of
that
echo when you
yeah,
speak, so I can
I'm
only
just
make
asking the question. Yeah, I know, I can see that. I
I can only make half of what you're saying.
you are not able to get what I'm saying.
It's like coming in and out.
Okay, I will be very slow, sentence by sentence, word by word. Shall I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it not intellectually supercilious to claim that million or a billion other people are dumb or that they are stupid or idiotic
Yeah, no,
or
I get your
whatever?
question. I don't know. I'm not making any assumptions. I just quoted Chomsky. I just said, like, we need to be asking the right questions. I didn't say that,
One,
people are dumb.
pause.
It just
One
is,
moment. One
deep.
moment.
Mm.
Chomsky was he was not asking questions. He was making a judgment
Mm. Fair enough. Okay.
that other people don't know. And they don't know that they
He was very
don't
kind,
know.
I think, on people. That's
No,
fine. Yeah,
that's it.
I think
That,
Chomsky was very kind on people
and
to say what he said. Yeah, let me answer. I think he was very kind on people without, actually saying that they are dumb, but he actually said that they don't know. So this is very kind and very nice on people, and he's not actually making a large statement like you are trying to say, but he was very kind. And let me say that. I'm trying to be very kind as well, okay? By quoting
well,
Chomsky and not saying what I believe.
that's quite an intelligent party from you. Okay, but I think that floors me to be frank. But still, my old question remains: is it not intellectually supercilious
Well,
Is
look,
it not judging other
yeah,
people unfairly?
yeah, no fair. See, whether it is unfair or no, we are not judging a particular person, right? We are seeing what society is now. How society is responding to situations. Nobody is pinpointing, hey, this person is dumb. We're not saying that, right? We are only reflecting on what is, and it's not taking an intellectual point and saying, hey, I'm intellectually superior than the other, but it is something that you actually look around you and see that, uh, okay, could be things could be better, right? People could be less emotional about things. People could, be more logical with their assessments and all of that stuff. Now, if you think that, quoting, uh, the Chomsky quote is his observation of the people, right? And regardless of the current times, this quote, I'm sure, he made it long time ago, and living in America. So, if he'd made that comment, he'd probably observed a lot of things to say what he said. So that whether it is an intellectual upmanship, well, could be, I don't know. One could argue that way. And well, yeah, maybe you could be right as well. But what is the point? The point, whether the point is making sense or no, whether it is relevant, whether it is actually true or not, right? Speaking one, all of that stuff. But does the quote have a relevance today, right? If you really look at it from that perspective, it really should be relevant whether or not somebody is intellectually taking that argument or not. That doesn't really matter.
Okay. So Chomsky's statement reminds me of a similar statement made by someone long ago. Jesus on his cross also said something similar. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm. So you're
Yeah.
saying Gandhi said the same
Father,
thing, Jesus said the
but
same thing.
forgive them, they know not what they are doing. Okay. So was Chomsky just paraphrasing Jesus?
Yeah, just as one is a political statement, others is lament on certain things. But I think, yeah, this is probably how it will always be.
Probably
Large
Jesus
section
was
of
also
society.
making a political statement, buddy. Hmm? Could it not be that?
No, I didn't hear it again. Say that again.
Probably Jesus was also making a political statement. Of course,
Yeah,
hmm, of that
for
age.
his time, yeah. For his time, yeah. I mean, for his time, he was a very political person. I think at that time, it might be like, sound like a religious connotation, but he was challenging authority to the Romans, right? So he was political. So Buddha was political, right? And everything, it's in a tone of religion or a certain belief, but it really is, if you really think of, all of them are like real politician. Like Buddha was also, in a sense, I don't know if Buddha was, yeah, I mean, that was also politics, right? Rejecting is a political lineage, and then going on to say, okay, I'm going to awaken people and then do all of that stuff. You can think of that as all of that as politics only. I mean, I tell my daughter all the time, right? When she comes to me, we have this discussion. I tell my daughter, like, religion is actually politics for power or money. Okay, that's basically what it is, right? If you take up religion, you can actually control people's minds, and you can have the power that you want. So it's always like power. And I tell my daughter, like, it doesn't matter whether you believe or not, no god is going to come and save you for anything. You have to do everything by yourself. So but religion is there because it is politics, and it is power, right? So uh, yeah, so yeah, maybe there are only a few people that we can think of, like, who they were not religious people, though they're just like people just sitting in under a tree, and other people who saw this, and then they wanted power, and then they created myths around them. Like, you can think of Ramana Maharishi, right? He didn't do anything, but they created a Ramanashram, and it now runs till today. Ramana did nothing. He was there, but people around him just used him for their power, right? So it all comes around in that way.
People used a
People use
stone. Stone. A stone is
stone, a
something
stone is
they dab
a
turmeric
dam
in it and then make a god out of it.
gone out of it.
Suddenly,
There is this sound joke,
Ramana
no?
something.
There is this sound joke, right? Just try one. Just put some turmeric and turmeric around a neem tree, right? And then put one undial there. People will come and start putting money there.
That, it's the creativity of humans, right?
Social commentary, actually. I mean, if you think of it, really, it's not comedy; it's a social commentary, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
They
They
they really
do
think that
really
that
think
they're all
that they're all
in politics and there is
politics
no
and
feeling or
feeling or
any genuineness
any
behind that
genuineness behind the
worship. Uh,
Yeah, the genuineness could be there could be
and
genuineness, but
one moment,
look, I'll tell you, like, at least in
one
Tamil
moment,
Nadu, right?
one second.
Today, mm,
I have a
I have a
I have to just add
I
a
have to
word
just
also.
add a word on this. Mm.
And here you are
And
also
here also
trespassing into another
trespassing into
territory
another category
of
of
trampling on
trampling on
feminism also, where
feminism also, where
most of the
most of
people
the
who
people who
dubbed harmonic
adopt harmony
were women.
were women. Yeah.
So you are
So
actually
you are actually
delegitimating them together
estimating them together
when you are
when you are
delegitimizing
delegitimizing
religion, when
Yeah,
you
no,
are
maybe,
when
yeah. I mean, if you put that accusation against me, I have nothing to say. I'll accept it, but I only have my opinions around it, and so I have to say that. And if you put it in that context, then I'll accept it. So what better can you do? Like, see, today, if you go to Tamil Nadu, all the temples are full, okay, and every day, or like Fridays, Saturdays, there is this pradosham, like, even in when I was in Chennai, on Saturday, it was a pradosham day, supposedly. And the small temple that we have in our street is like choco block. Like, they made prasadam, and there was like 200 people there collecting the prasadam. Whether or not they're religious and all, that's a different thing. But the prasadam is very nice. I also ate it, so it's very good. So all that is great. All I'm saying is, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, uh, yeah, but see, I said whatever I had to say, and you can say whatever you want to say. That's about it.
so
So
a woman
a woman
going to a
going
stone,
to a stone,
daubing turmeric on
rubbing
it,
turmeric on it,
laying food in
laying
front of
food
it,
in front of it,
and
and
probably winds are
probably
going
winds
to
are going
eat,
But isn't it? Isn't it
birds are
sad?
going to eat that food.
But
Wait, one,
but if you think
one,
of it,
one
right? Isn't
second.
it? One second.
Okay, hold.
Hold.
So
So
Jesus
Jesus
on his
on
cross
his cross
might have had
might have
political
had
reason.
political reason.
What political
What
reason
political reason
is
is
motivating
motivating
a woman,
a woman,
humble,
a humble,
illiterate,
illiterate,
unlettered,
unlettered,
innocent?
innocent?
Sorry, I'm
Sorry,
becoming political
I'm
here.
becoming political.
Let's say
Let's say
unlettered,
unlettered,
inarticulate
inarticulate
woman,
woman,
rustic
rustic,
village woman,
village woman,
going
going
and
and
dabbing
dabbing
a stone
a stone
and worshipping
and
it
worshipping it
as her
as
god
her god
or goddess,
or goddess,
and
and
others joining
others
her.
joining her.
Is there
Is
something
there something
subversive
subversive
that all these
that
women are
all these
doing?
women are doing?
See, I don't know about the subversiveness, but think of this. Whatever you said, is that not the problem? Why do we have these women actually go and put turmeric on a tree rather than they can do something productive for themselves? Why have we built a belief system where they're transferring all their pain and emotion that that men or society is is doing on them, and the only venting opportunity that they have is that tree or the god or putting that turmeric or whatever that, right? So it's in a sense is very sad, right? You all that you mentioned, all qualifiers that you kept the women within that space where they don't have a genuine opportunity to vent or be free, right? So, like, all you've done is saying, like, okay, there is God that will save you, and everybody is inflicting injustice to them, and their only avenue is going to that, whatever so called God and venting it there. That's sense it could be whatever, but if you really think of it from their perspective, and this is the most feminist thing that I'm going to say, right? I can't top this up anymore because that is the most saddest thing. They don't have a genuine relief, and the only relief is like an unnamed genuine place where they can actually go to. Maybe they're better off to go to a psychiatrist and vent all their emotions and their sadness, but they don't have that. The only thing that they have is this stone that is not going to reply back to them, right? So it's ironically it's very sad, and that's all I can say.
Okay. So here you are
So
actually
here you are
presuming
actually
two things. One,
I'm
that
saying like if you see you just believing you just built a belief system, right? And I see a lot of women, right? I see my mother,
mm,
my mother-in-law, a lot of women. I know where you're coming from, and the only thing that I see is like they have a problem. All they do is like, okay, I'm going to keep this vradam for today. I'm going to not eat on amavasai and kritike, all of this thing. And it doesn't make sense, right? If you're not going to eat, it's not going to solve your problem, right? So so anyway, so what your argument is, like they have a belief system, they're innocent and all of that stuff, but it's sad that that is the only belief system that they have.
okay. Here you are
here you
actually
are
presuming
actually
masculine
masculine
oppression
oppression
on the one hand,
on the one hand,
and
and
feminine suffering
feminine
as a
as
counterpart
a
to it.
counterpart to it.
But
But
history
history
reveals that
reveals that
several of the
several of the
stone icons that
Stone
we have
icons
seen
that we have seen
were created by
were created by
matriarchal culture,
mathematical culture,
by cultures where
by
women had
cultures where
more
women
power
had
than
more
men.
power than men.
They are not
They are not
from patriarchy.
patriarchy.
Okay, they're
Okay, they're
probably
probably
if current
if
archaeology
current
is right,
archaeology is right,
if current
if current
anthropology is right,
technology is right,
if a
if
big if
if
all those
all those
rituals, all
rituals,
those
all those
ideas of
ideas of
godhead
content
or goddess
or
head, whatever,
goddess head, whatever,
comes from
comes
a
from a
perspective of a
perspective
strong
of a
woman
strong woman
who is doing
who is
that
doing that
as part of
as
a
part of
fertility
a
ritual.
first ritual.
Okay,
Okay,
and it has
it
nothing to
has
do with
nothing to do with
going to the
going to
god
the
and
God
stabbing.
and studying.
You are
You are
actually
actually
putting a
putting
Christian
a
player over
Christian
there
player over there
into
into
a tribal
a
religion.
tribal religion.
You are
You
imagining
are
that
imagining
someone is
that
actually going there
actually going there
and praying to her
and
god
praying to her God
or to her
or to
goddess
her goddess
to relieve
to relieve
or to
or
get
to
relief from
get
her
relief from
suffering.
her suffering.
But
Look,
But
those
those
stones,
stones,
let me
what
finish
you can finish
just a couple of
just a
sentences.
couple of sentences.
But
But
probably,
probably,
according to current
according to current
anthropological understanding,
anthropological understanding,
that woman
that woman
went to that
went to
stone,
that stone,
believing that stone
believing
to
that
be
stone to
goddess,
be goddess,
to
to
celebrate
celebrate
her own
her own
and her
and her
group
group
or
or
tribe or whatever,
or whatever,
her
her
fertility,
fertility,
her her
her
emotionality,
emotionality,
her
her
femininity.
femininity.
That's why those
That's why
images
those
are
images are
highly
highly
feminine, ultra feminine,
ultra
with
feminine,
exaggerated
exaggerated
feminine features.
feminine features.
There is
There
no
is no
trace of
of
masculine
masculine
intention
intention
of
of
suffering
suffering
or any that
or
kind of
any that
thing
kind of thing
in that
in
religion.
that religion.
So,
yeah,
So,
yeah, no,
yeah,
I get the subliminal thing and the argument and all of that stuff, and uh, so look again. All I'm saying is, um, okay, this is going on for centuries, so I'm not trying to take a moral high ground or anything else, right?
not
So
centuries,
it,
millennia.
millennia.
yeah, 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 yeah. So for millennia, yeah, no. Um, see, again, I say, um, it's fine, right? It's fine in the sense that they have certain avenues to go celebrate themselves, right? To the goddesses and all of that. Um, but like, if I take a bird's eye view of that, is like, why was it created in the first place, right? If it's essentially like you don't trust humans, right? You trust something which is invisible and all of that, and you need to go to that place to get your all that you mentioned in terms of celebrating fertility and all of that. Essentially means that at a higher point something is wrong with society. It's basically that. uh, and I'm not saying it's only women, right? Men and general society, they have some belief systems, and it's like, and it's no different, right? Whether you believe in a god or a political leader, quote unquote. It all means the same thing. So, somewhere people need some kind of some kind of a stranglehold that they can actually hold on to, right? Whether it is faith or politics or leaders or all of this stuff, it's all the same, right? Um, so that's why people are holding on to certain things. Yeah, maybe we hold on to say literature or something like that, literature or poetry, but everybody needs something to hold on to, right? To otherwise you can't live. You don't believe in anything, you can't live. What is the point then? So all of that you're saying is in some ways that, but the larger question is like, why did we create these systems? Why did we create? How did these systems got created? You know, who was the first person who said, okay, this is Kali, and she's super, and created a mythology around it, and then started putting you know, a place in every village and say, okay, go pray there. She will give you everything. She will protect you and all of that. But everybody dies. So what do you do?
Okay.
Okay.
Again,
Again,
you are coming
you
from
are
a
coming from a
patriarchal viewpoint.
patriarchal viewpoint.
You are
I
presuming
don't know if it's a patriarchy. I
a
really
patriarchal
don't know if it's
society,
patriarchy. I think it is. I'm just
but evidence
asking
But
the
points to
evidence
question.
a
points to
matriarchal society.
patriarchal society.
That
I'm just
that's
asking
the
the question.
biology made
I'm
us.
just asking the question. I'm just asking, okay, why? Who created this? What is the need? Right? Whether it is patriarchal point of view, it's okay. You can say that. That's I have no qualms. If I were a woman and if I said the same thing, then you could have said it is feminist point of view. So you can say, it's just because I'm a man and it's just coincidence. So you can argue if the same argument is put by a woman, what would you do then? If a woman comes on and say for centuries they've just made us like slaves and they've taught us just to go pray for a in front of a stone and made us believe that the stone is more important than anything else in this world, then what would you say?
Ironically,
Ironically,
women are not
women
saying
are
that.
not saying that.
At least to
At
my
least
knowledge,
to
I
my knowledge,
haven't
I have
read
read
any
any
feminist writer
feminist writer
who
who
denounced
denounced
matriarchal religion
matriarchal religion
or
or
any
any
religion to
religion
do
to do
with
with
celebration of
celebration of
woman's power.
woman's power.
They have
They have
always
always
denounced
denounced
male
male
hegemonic
hegemonic
patriarchal
patriarchal
religions.
religions.
Yeah.
Very
Very
cautiously,
cautiously,
they have
they have
not
not
touched
touched
matriarchal
matriarchal
religions
religions
or
or
worship systems.
worship systems.
This is my
That's
perspective.
my perspective. I think
My
my
reading may be limited.
may be limited.
My
It could
knowledge is
be.
very
It could
limited.
be.
Very limited.
It could be. I mean, you might be 100% right. So, uh, for all you know, I'm not taking saying that something is right or wrong. I'm just questioning things in my mind that needs to be questioned. We're going back into the same circle like where we started, right? We are not asking the right questions. So everybody should be asking the right questions. So it is relevant for everything. So if you don't ask the right questions, you will be
Wait,
believing
wait,
certain things.
wait.
Wait.
You are going to
You are
come
going
to
to
super seriousness
super
again.
seriousness again.
Others are
Others
dumb,
are dumb,
stupid,
stupid,
idiot.
idiot.
No,
While I am
I'm only
clever.
saying no. I'm saying okay. So now look, all I'm saying is we need to be questioning. Now, the only question that I have is, are we all asking the right questions? Do you, when you look around, are people asking the right questions? Like, you, for anything for that matter, whether it is matter of uh, politics, gender, equality, religion, and all of that stuff. See, we don't have a culture, at least in India, to question. Our culture is to tell people like, hey, just believe what I'm saying. Don't question me back, right? I'm just asking, is that how it should be? Like, mm, so whether you say, okay, it's easy for you to say I'm taking a moral high ground and saying everybody is stupid. I'm not saying everybody is stupid. I'm saying everybody has something to hold on to. But are they asking the right question before they're holding on to something? Yeah, see, look, I'm not, you know, the you know the best person also, right? I hold on to maybe a drink every day, right? So it's the same thing. I could ask the same question: is it good to hold on to the drink? No, really, but I do, right? So it's all the vicious circle what we're all holding on to, right? I'm questioning myself also. It's not that I'm just saying okay, everybody is like stupid and all of that stuff. But even when we question, even when we know that certain things are not right, we should continue to do it, right? So it's how it is working. So in a sense, I should also be saying like probably I should question myself on a lot of those things, right? I don't so I should also be more questioning of things than how I'm actually is, and it's all that's how I think it should be. But you can say, oh, you're taking a moral high ground and all of that. I'm just having humanity. I'm just like I have care for humanity. That's all.
Okay,
Okay,
I get your
I
point.
get your point.
You're coming from
You're
a
coming from a
modern
modern
enlightenment
enlightenment
perspective
perspective
of
of
progressive,
progressive,
open-minded,
open-minded,
broad-minded,
broad-minded,
but still,
but still,
but still,
but still,
A lot of
but
empathy and
still.
but
compassion.
still.
Okay, I think that is what it is. A lot of empathy and compassion. I think that's why, like, you know, uh, what could we do better for all of us, right? That's basically where it is coming from.
Okay,
Okay,
it might be good
it
to
might
ask
be good to
questions.
ask questions.
Nothing wrong in
Nothing
that.
wrong with that.
I cannot
I
stand
cannot stand
against
against
that,
that,
still, but still,
but still,
is there not
is there not
some kind of
some kind of
masculine
masculine
detachment
detachment
and intelligence
and intelligence
dismissing,
dismissing,
erasing,
erasing,
destroying
destroying
the
the
feminine
feminine
way of
way
living,
of living,
a
the
feminine
feminine
look
look
or outlook
or outlook
on world,
on world,
their well-done
their
shot,
well-done,
their worldview,
their worldview,
Subconsciously, it could be. I'm
whatever it
not
could
denying
be.
that. Subconsciously, it could be. You could be right. I'm not going to deny it and say, I'm whatever she say. Could be right. So, yeah, I'm not going to say it is. mm, It is not like that or something like that. You could be right. So something that I could also reflect and see what I can do about it.
Okay, then the
Okay,
argument
the
ends.
argument.
No way I can
No
play.
way I can
I
play.
cannot play the
I
devil's
cannot play the
advocate
devil's
when you
advocate
surrender my.
around my
Yeah, but I think we are also coming to an hour, and I think I have to also
Go.
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 So it is. I'm subconsciously giving you the clue that let's complete the argument uh, by
Let,
accepting everything that you're
let, let us
saying.
let us shut the shop to get to
So
bloody money.
we could argue
Civilian
this for
judgment
24
on
hours. Unfortunately, we don't have the time, or we don't have the luxury. Let's say call it luxury or the privilege to do that for 24 hours.
okay.
So
One moment, one moment. We have had a viewer consistently for the past nearly 1 hour.
okay.
On and off. It goes on and off. Sometimes it's zero, sometimes it's one. So
Right, right.
probably there is somebody, single person, single not in the sense of the other single, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somebody who has been watching
There's one person who is just switching on and off,
on and
right?
off on
So
and off.
yeah,
Probably that person's net comes and goes, so we cannot say. So
yeah, yeah.
before you and I sign off, I just want to say thanks to that person for having
Yeah,
spent
yeah.
very
Thanks to
well.
everybody.
Probably
There's
that
there's one
person is
person
connect
now
right now.
online. So
Hi,
yeah,
if
thank
you
you.
are there, please wave a hi in the whoever is watching. Two idiots talking. Please wave a hi. Two intellectually bubbly
That person
super
left.
curious.
That
One
person
is
left after you asked him or her to say hi. That person said, "Okay, they are not worth it."
they are not saying hi also.
Uh,
Okay, no, lot of people are shy, you know.
yeah,
Even me, when I go to other people's pages, I don't easily touch anything on the screen, like giving a like. Even if I like something, very random, I would go and touch like button or whatever. 99% of it, there might be a comment that comes in way, but I don't. So we are basically shy creators. So so we have to give it leverage. Okay, anyway, thanks to Karthik and thanks to that
thank you.
unwavering but unwaveringly watching somebody who kept on through this drivel for the past 1 hour. It might be other people who are coming in here, not probably not a single person. We don't know what exactly is. So if that works, if you are there, just wave a hand before you sign off. I'm going to press the end button. Bye,
Yep.
Karthik.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye bye.
bye
See
to
you
that
soon.
unknown person.
Yep.
Bye.